great speeches. Good job. Guys, it's Halloween, obviously, so it's time for Halloween-related questions. So let's have some fun. Let's get right to it. Okay. Halloween all started as a pre-Christian Celtic festival called Samhain, which means summer's end. Held around the 1st of November, it celebrated the final day of the harvest and the crossing of spirits over into the other world. If you saw Alan's speech, he gave us a small sample of that. People in Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France would ward off ghosts by lighting sacrificial bonfires, and you guessed it, by wearing costumes, according to History.com. Now, if you could go back into time, what holiday would you create? Hillary. What holiday would you create?
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Ghostmasters here. I believe the holiday I would create would be the Toastmaster celebration holiday. For
Nice.
everybody who is brave enough to take on the challenge of joining a club, I think we should be celebrated once a year. And that would be a huge party with lots of speeches, props, maybe some PowerPoints. We could dress up in costumes if we wanted to. We could have a contest. But there's lots of different ways as Toastmasters that we could celebrate. And I think that we could have ribbons, we could have inspiration, we could have jokes, and we could just have a regular Toastmasters meeting, but out in the real world. Like this isn't the real world, but we would have it in the real world. That would be my recommendation for a holiday.
That was outstanding. Hillary. I think we'll put it in with the director of the local. We'll put that in right away. Okay, so now did you all know that trick-or-treating has existed since medieval times? Back then it was known as guising in Scotland and Ireland. Young people dressed up in costumes and asked for food or money in exchange for songs, poems, or other tricks. Today, the tradition has morphed into children getting dressed up and asking for candy. Now, we're dressed up, but we've got our treats over here. Now, the question is, if you could change a tradition, what tradition would you change? So it was in the medieval times, they would trade songs, poems for money, and now we're dressed up for candy in our little costumes. What tradition would you change, Nachi Sr.? He's about to change the tradition right now.
Good evening, Toastmasters. What tradition would I change if I go back in time? So much traditions. There is one tradition that I want to take you back and tell you that you probably haven't heard. So in marriages in India, when it's a whole day event, right? In the morning, what they do is the groom, the bride and the groom, they take the groom, they put him on a horse or an elephant or a car, whatever it is, and they take him as a procession to the streets. And then they go to the groom, the bride's home, and they get married. It's a tradition. So I always wonder, sir, that's so nice. You are treated like a king. They put you in a position, you go, they take you there, there's all this music, it's fun, people are walking around you, you go for a long way. I said, that's so much fun. I wanted to be on that wagon for a long time. Went on until I heard one day, you know why they do that? in those days, they didn't know about the groom. They might think, oh, is this guy a good guy? Is he not a good guy? We don't know. Maybe we'll put him in a public display and take it, and somebody sees him and says, oh, not that guy, don't get married to that guy. That's the reason they put him on the car and take him all the way. So if I had to go change that one, maybe just to give some room for the grooms to escape, I think that's what I would change. Back to you, Joseph.
Amazing, amazing job. Immigrants helped popularize the holiday, the Halloween holiday in the United States. When the Irish fled their country in the 1840s due to the potato famine, they brought their Halloween traditions with them. By the 1920s, the holiday, the mischief, reached an all-time high. Some believe that community-based trick-or-treating became popular in the 30s as a way to control excessive pranksters. I guess that's why they call it trick-or-treat. The question is, name me a time when you played a prank on someone. Mr. Alan Mann.
Put your mask on, Alan.
I have to play the part. I'm right here.
Table topic master. Toastmaster. Pranks. I could tell you so many stories in college, but none of them were really macabre. I helped actually my senior year in high school pull a prank on my parents. A friend of theirs was giving, my dad just got remarried to number 2. A friend of theirs was giving a little party. And he asked me, open up the house. These kids were, the kids of the other parent there came over, and they did a few things, like flip the bed, reset the alarm clock to 2 o'clock in the morning, put Vaseline on the toilet seat. My stepmother found out about that one. I'm glad she was the one who found out. The only thing that really bothered my dad was someone spelled congratulations wrong, and he was a little upset about that. Everything else he took a jest. But the only other time, that's pranks, was on one trick-or-treat. I went with a friend and egged my 5th grade teacher's house. Now, I really hated that teacher, and it felt good. So, no macabre stories, but I had fun every
Amazing. October 31 is becoming more and more my favorite day. Sugar rationing during World War II halted trick-or-treating. After the rationing ended, the tradition grew into what we are familiar with today. Candy companies started launching advertising campaigns to capitalize on the ritual. So let's do some of this candy out. Joy, what is your favorite Halloween snack? I got it.
Thank you, Mr. Topic Master, fellow Toastmaster. That is my favorite Halloween snack. That's a very good question. I definitely have a sweet tooth. Probably of all of the diseases one could get, the one I have feared the most is diabetes. Because if I had to stop eating sugar, I would have a real problem. I like lots of different Halloween snacks, as long as they're sweet, which most of them are. Generally, when I was giving out Halloween candy, the last few years, I had forgotten to turn on my porch light. Nobody's knocking on my door, so I hadn't had it giving out. But when I was giving it out regularly, I would get the package of Kit Kat bars. There's regular, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. And those probably are my favorite of all the treats that are manufactured for Halloween, especially the white chocolate. That's my favorite. But whatever it is that's sweet, I'm likely to eat it. In fact, I belong to a group who gets together once a month to play games, and they have dishes of candy right on the table in front of you. There's one in front of me. It's usually empty by the time the evening is over. So I definitely have a sweet
Now, if that question would have been asked of me, this would have been 8-minute. Thank God Hillary would have had to have flashed 8 red cards or something like that. Thank goodness we don't have to do that. All right, Americans spend. Did you know that Americans spend $86.79 on Halloween every year? It's a lot of money. That includes Halloween decorations, candy, costumes, cards, all of that. Now, the question is, what holiday do you like to spend on the most? Chito.
Dear Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters, what holidays do I like to spend the most? Of course, I like Christmas the most. I know we don't celebrate Christmas, but still it's a time to get together with friends, family, and the most good part is we all will get 1 week of vacation, complete vacation. We don't have to think about work. We don't have to think about anything. It's a good time to feel. And also that is a time where you get to know your friends and family members really well. Because we pack gifts to each other. It's not like what is there in the gift, how much they understand us, and how valuable the gift is to them. So that is the way to better learn about our friends. And what else, since it is the end of the year, so it's kind of most relaxing, and we can have like different kind of parties. So I personally like Christmas always. Thank you.
Yes, Christmas is everyone's favorite. There's no, it's right up there. Thanksgiving and all of those. Okay. The Irish brought us jack-o'-lanterns. That would be kind of obvious a little bit. As the story goes, an Irishman named Stingy Jack tricked the devil and therefore was not allowed into heaven or hell. So he spent his days roaming the earth carrying a lantern and went by Jack of the Lantern. The question is, Nico, what is your favorite Halloween decoration?
Don't forget your wand,
Lightsaber.
your lightsaber.
Forget your lightsaber.
Yeah, your lightsaber.
What's the question?
Lord Ren, Kylo Ren, what was your favorite Halloween decoration?
I don't know. I still have to think. For Halloween, it's not my favorite, but it's actually what remains of a decoration in the house. It's an RIP headstone with blinking eyes. For others, it looks scary, but that's all we have left because my kids are now grown up, 16 and 17. They don't want to decorate anymore. They just want to go party. They go to the big sky with all their friends. And so that's why I'm here in Toastmaster, because they're all gone. My wife at home will take care of the kids that will come to our house and distribute candy. I could not think of anything else except for the Force. The Force will guide me. I see the green, and I'm going to stop now.
Thank you, Kylo. Yes. And by the way, I'm looking forward to your movie, December the 22nd. We're going to the studio movie club, my son and I. We look forward to watching your appearance there. Okay, it looks like we got room for one more question. Vidia's not taking questions, right? She's not. Okay. Did you know, I didn't know this, I'm from Illinois, I didn't know this. It says Illinois produces up to 5 times more pumpkins than any other state. The land of Lincoln has more than 15,000 acres devoted to gourd growing, according to the United States Department of Agriculture. Those Illinois farms typically grow more than 500 million pounds of pumpkins annually. Linda, what is your favorite decoration on a pumpkin?
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics, Master, fellow Toastmasters. Anybody want to be healed? I can heal you today.
All of
Alan,
them.
you're no longer cursed. Mr. Whatever you What is he?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren, you are now healed.
Saved from the dark side.
We're all, after this meeting, when we all go home, we'll all be our normal selves again. Oh, maybe we're not healed then. My favorite decoration on a pumpkin, you know, I do like to see how people decorate pumpkins because they can be very creative. Halloween's not really my favorite holiday. I do like to see all the kids dressed up, and I don't necessarily like the evilness of Halloween, as you see. I'm more into the cutesy fun, what you never see people dress up as. That's me. I like to dress up as a unique character. That's why I was thinking about getting horns. My favorite holiday actually is Christmas, Hanukkah, because then we go all out and decorate our place. And our place is probably so well lit that you won't need headlights coming into our complex. Because we do quite a bit for the SCE, Southern California Edison, so they must love us during Christmas and Hanukkah. So that's really my favorite holiday. I don't really like the macabre, the evil part of Halloween, but I know I guess it's supposed to scare people away. However, I scare people away with my magical wand. And I know angels aren't normally have wands, but this is Halloween, and you can make it any way you want. Mr. James.
You know, thank God I'm not voting in everyone here that came up here. Oh my God, I was in stitches right there. I mean, it's incredible. You guys are all amazing. We are now going to ask for some reports, preferably that of the, I believe, defender's report. Hillary, if you could kindly and respectfully